In 1966, the CIA spent $20 million wiring a house cat as a listening device, then lost their spy to a taxicab 9 seconds into its very first mission. That program had a name, Acoustic Kitty, and it was declassified only decades later, buried inside a budget line so ordinary that nobody outside 3 people ever knew it existed. A decade later, the Defense Department funded Project Stargate, paying self-described psychics to describe hidden military targets from a locked room. No maps, no coordinates, just a sealed envelope. One remote viewer sketched a crane beside water and described gantries. Years afterward, analysts matched the sketch to a Soviet submarine site nobody outside the program had photographed yet. Around the same years, funding for mind control research moved through seed money, private foundations, and university grants, so quietly that most professors administering it never knew the source. Congress later counted over 150 sub-projects spread across dozens of institutions, and by the time investigators went looking, most of the original paperwork had already been destroyed. Over the Ho Chi Minh Trail, Air Force crews seeded clouds with silver iodide for 5 straight years, trying to extend the monsoon and turn dirt roads into impassable mud. It worked well enough to keep going until a journalist got the memo, and Congress, embarrassed to learn weather itself had become a weapon, banned environmental warfare within the year. Beneath the Greenland ice sheet, engineers carved 2 miles of tunnels for Camp Century, publicly a research station, privately a testbed for 600 nuclear missiles aimed at Moscow. The ice sheet shifted faster than anyone modeled, the tunnels began to collapse, and the missile plan was quietly abandoned, leaving nuclear coolant frozen under the ice to this day. In 1962, the Joint Chiefs proposed staging attacks on American targets and blaming Cuba, paperwork stamped top secret, and signed off before it ever reached a president's desk. The plan was rejected within weeks, filed away, and forgotten until 1997, when historians opened the box and reporters spent a month explaining it to a stunned public. Here's the pattern underneath every one of these. None of them hid in a bunker. They hid inside boring paperwork, 1 folder thick, filed exactly where nobody thought to look twice. That same paperwork trick still funds continuity of government bunkers today, real facilities, real budgets, folded into line items so mundane a curious clerk would scroll straight past them. Add up what's been declassified so far and the number clears $2 billion in today's money, and historians agree that figure is almost certainly the smaller, visible half. Every one of these folders gets the same red stamp, declassified, then a walk down a hallway to a shelf, where it waits for nobody to ask again. The cat's mission lasted 9 seconds. Its paperwork outlived the Cold War, outlived the budget office twice, and is still technically under review. Somewhere in that same archive hall sits the next folder, thicker than this one, waiting for its 60 years to pass. And this was only the one they let us find.